So this is how you create a video on our YouTube channel, or more precisely, we're going to take a video from our WorldNow editor and put it on our YouTube channel. No matter what screen you're on, up toward the upper right hand side you'll see a thing that says search. So we're going to click on search and it brings us to our home screen. You may have already been there, but if you're not, you click on search and it brings you there. So we got to choose which video we want to convert for YouTube. In the upper left hand corner, the drop down menu says content. We're going to hover our mouse over that, then go down to video, move our mouse over to assets, then list live. Now this will show us how this will show us all of our clips that are live. So I'm going to scroll down and pick one just kind of at random here, something that preferably isn't already on our YouTube channel. And how about, bags of cocaine worth $175,000 wash up on a Galveston beach. Actually, I better not use that one because it's not a good idea to take national stories and put them on social media unless you know that that is open for us to do that. So we're going to choose something a little more local. How about Mustangs prep for Belleville? So I'm going to click on that tab and it brings up this screen. There are three, anytime you make a clip for WorldNow, it actually creates 3 different types of video for it. So we're going to go to in this middle section, you see one is 2.46 megabytes large and the other is 10.73 megabytes large. Well, if I were sending this by email, I might want the lower resolution, which is smaller, but since I'm putting it on YouTube, we're going to use this where I'm highlighting it here, 10.73 megabytes. I'm going to click on copy URL. And that will bring up a screen that will show me a URL of that video. Now, if you click OK, it does absolutely nothing but close out your screen. Some people think that that sounds like it means I want to copy that. You have to actually do a Control X, and when I do that, you'll notice the URL went away. That means it's on my clipboard, so now I can click OK. Now I'm going to open up a tab on my browser that is not currently in use, and I'm going to do a Control V, which sticks that URL up in there, on my browser, and I'm going to hit enter. Now the video.
The West Orange Dark Mustang.
Let me quiet that. Now my video is playing, and I can, if you're using Chrome, it's important to do this in Chrome, you can do a right mouse button, click on top of that video, and select Save Video As. That'll ask me, what do you want to save the video as? So I'm going to name it Sports and hit save. Now it is, if you notice on the lower left hand corner, it saved that video to my folder where I had that defaulted to go. Your computer may be different. I'm going to copy that name, highlight it, and hit Control C, and the reason I'm going to do that is we're going to want that when we get to YouTube. So now I'm going to go to our YouTube channel. If you don't have the credentials, you'll have to ask me for them and I'll give them to you. Notice in the upper right hand button there's a thing that says upload. I'm going to click upload, and it gives me a place to browse in my video. We named it Sports, so let's find it. There it is, Sports. So I'm going to hit OK, and you'll see it's uploading. Under the title, I'm going to hit Control V, and that puts that name that I copied down there. And if you know a description of the item, you put the description there. I don't know much about sports, so I'm not going to be real creative, but we highly encourage you to put something there because that's what people see as a description. And also some hashtags here so people can find them with searches. So we're going to go maybe hashtag sports. And you could put the names of the teams, maybe hashtag WOS for West Orange Stark. You get the idea. Now on the right side of the screen you'll see add to playlist. Let me click on that and you'll see here's one for sports. I'm going to click that. If this was an as seen on K-Jack video, you would click that. Maybe an in-studio guest, you would click that. And the reason you do this is some of these are playlists. Some of these playlists are actually embedded on 12newsnow.com, and by clicking this, you're automatically putting that video on 12newsnow.com. So I'm going to get out of that, and we're almost done. It's still processing. We'll let it continue. I'm going to hit publish. That means as soon as it's done, it's going to be published, and you'll see right here in the middle of the screen it gives me a URL. So I'm going to copy that URL, copy that link address, and it probably won't show up when I hit paste because it's still compressing. Sometimes I get lucky and I'll see them early. Okay, it says we're still processing the video, but when that video's done, that's where it'll appear on YouTube, and if you follow those steps, then you just put your first video on the Channel 12 YouTube page.